Can anyone hear me? All right, so we're expecting more people to join. All right, so um, good evening once again. My name is Mohammed Suleiman. Welcome. So we're going to have a fantastic session this evening. All right, so that you guys can see exactly how professionals who are not tech inclined, so if you are here, you're not really tech inclined, but you want to be able to build apps, you'll be able to do that using AI. And we'll build one live in this session. Okay. But first things first, I want to I want to know if I want to know if you're where you're joining us from to start with. All right, where are you joining us from? So you can type it in the chat. You can type it in the chat. Where are you joining us from? Where are you joining us from? Where are you joining us from? So just type it in the chat so I know where you are actually joining us from. Papacy, fantastic. Owerri, Lagos. All right. Okay, so just I think we should just give maybe like 5 minutes, okay? 5 minutes, so that the numbers can go up a little bit and then we can get started. All right. But what we are going to do today is we'll build a working app. In fact, I'll show you one first, and then we'll move to building one together. Okay. We'll move to building one together. All right. We'll move to building one together. Okay. So let's give a couple of minutes. Okay. So once time is this is 8:04. So once it is 8:07, we're starting. Okay, we're starting. We're not waiting for anybody anymore. We'll start fully and then we can go ahead. So while we're waiting, I want to know what AI tools do you currently use? Now, this is not, I'm not talking about app building now, just AI generally. What AI tools do you currently use? 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 So type it in the chat. ChatGPT, DeepSeek, Grok, N8N. So what AI tools do you use? Gemini, HeyGen, Midjourney, Runway, Zapier, Make.com. Which one do you use currently? Type it in the chat. Can we hear me? I'm not getting any response. Can we hear me at all? Am I audible? Am I clear? Claude and Gemini. All right, fantastic one. Okay, so let's go ahead and start. I don't think there's any need to wait any further. Chat GPT Notebook LM, Richard, fantastic. Okay, I particularly love Notebook LM. Okay, I particularly love Notebook LM. All right, so let us get started. ChatGPT, Claude, and Gemini. Brilliant. All right. So welcome to tonight's session. Okay, my name is Mohammed Suleiman, and we're going to look at something very simple: how non-tech professionals are creating apps using AI. So I need us to concentrate from the beginning till the end. Okay, I'll go straight into practicals very soon, and you'd see exactly how you can build one yourself. So it's no news that things have changed. Okay, and if things have changed, you need to change alongside with it. So gone are the days where you need to sit down and manually code. Now you can code using AI. You can build, not even code, build using AI. Okay, so and these are the kind of steps you want to take if you know um, your pocket is struggling, you are looking for something extra to start entering into your pocket. You're looking for extra income. This is what you should be looking at. So for some people, they've been promised pay raise, nothing up to now. Fuel price has 10x its price over the last 3 years, and there's hardly anybody you would find that in the last 3 years their salary has even 5x. Hardly will you find such people, but they still exist, right? So again, if you're here and you're scared of being obsolete, you are in the right place. So gone are those days where you have great ideas. When you sit down and app ideas are just entering your head, but you can't build it. If you could build it, maybe I mean, who is Elon Musk beside you? If you could bring the ideas you had to life, okay, who would be Elon Musk could be learning work from you, right? So I know some of you will be thinking like that, okay, and it's actually true. If you can actually bring these ideas to life yourself in the way that you would want it. So AI has broken that barrier these days, okay. So, and this is what we're talking about. With things like this, you would move from just one source of income to multiple source of income. All right. And you work hard a lot less, okay, and you work smart a lot more. All right. So today, this is the session where you would go through all of that and gain the AI advantage practically in the session. Okay. And right now, the gap is widening even more. If you adopt AI early, okay, you'll be far ahead those who wait to adopt it later. Okay. So now is the best time to adopt AI. Okay, because the gap will be so wide that if you wait till later, you just can't keep up. Okay, everybody's parents, grandmas, and grandfathers would have already keyed into AI, and you are like, wait, what is going on? Okay, so you don't want to be like that, and it's good that you are already in the session. Okay, you're already in the session. All right, so it's good that you're already here so that we can go ahead. All right. So enough of the talk. Let's get into the case study itself. Okay. So I'm sure if you're here, you already know a little bit about us, Tenalytics business. What we do is what I just showed you. We help beginners get into AI through different paths. Okay. And tonight we'll critically be discussing creating apps with AI and all of that stuff. A little bit about myself. My name is Mohammed Suleiman, a seasoned tech professional and a tech mentor, and I've been able to garner experience over the last bit of years. I've worked with Alfa Romeo. Alfa Romeo is one of Italy's largest luxury car brand, and I did that remotely from Lagos. And I've also been a LinkedIn top data visualization voice. And I've mentored quite a number of Africans into the tech space, and I am still doing so. So tonight we'll be building a budget management app. Okay, so it helps you it's an app that helps you manage your spending on a monthly basis, so that you can know when you're likely going to go off track or you are on track. Just keep an eye on your spending, so you know how much you spent on A, how much you spent on B, how much you spent on C, and so on and so forth. So the story is this. All right, you are the builder. You are the one building the app tonight. Okay, and the clients we are building for needs this app fast. In fact, they need to take it to a pitch, a pitch, a pitch event, right? To go pitch the app to investors. So they need something fast, something that they can demo. Okay, a working app. All right, people call it MVP. How many of us have heard of MVP here? Not most valuable person. Okay, minimum viable product. So what we can show as a demo to people. And when I say as a demo, I do not mean crap. Something that is working, that can show the idea visually, okay, as a user experience to potential investors. So this is the problem statement. People can't clearly see how much they are spending on what it is that they're spending their money on, okay? And you are going to design this category of people. You want to design something that would help them manage their budget a lot better. Remote workers, young professionals, students, entrepreneurs, freelancers, and so many others. Now, the product you're building, okay, has to cut across monthly income, so people can set their monthly income, create a monthly budget, allocate money into categories, log daily expenses, track remaining balance, and get alert when a particular threshold is crossed. Okay, so we are going to build something, okay, a lot better than this. This is just a camel. All right, so we'll build something a lot better than this, but the idea is for certain things, key things, to be able to be visual, be visible rather to the user. So we're going to follow this flow. We'll start by creating a PRD, okay, and then we'll move to an AI. Okay, we'll use one of these AI tools that are here, and the AI will build, and then from there we can move ahead. Okay, from there we can move ahead. If you don't know what a PRD is, a PRD is a product requirement document. It's simply a detailed description of the app you want to build. So, and that is exactly what you need to give the AI, and the AI would start building. Okay, so we this is one that I already built, okay, with AI. All right, this is one I already built with AI. You can see shows the total amount remaining, shows a button where you can log expenses. It shows where your money is going. Okay, so spent on food already. All right, so and you can see your recent history. So so many nice things that you can visualize at a go. All right, so let us get started. Let's get started, and then from there we will make progress. Okay, let's get started. So I am going to bring in a new I'm going to bring in a new I'm going to bring in I'm going to bring in a new I'm going to bring in a new what's it called? I'm going to bring in a new tab. Okay, I'm going to bring in a new tab. I'm going to bring in a new tab. Okay, I'm going to bring in a new tab. All right, so if you're here with me, kindly open a new tab. If you want to work with me, feel free. Okay, but what you need to do is open a new tab and open ChatGPT. Okay, ChatGPT. Go to ChatGPT. Okay, and then you simply want to tell ChatGPT create a mini PRD for a monthly budget, a monthly spend, a monthly, let's say a monthly budget tracking app. Okay, I want to be able to set up my income, and there should be categories like food, transport, entertainment, etc. Which I can log my daily spend, and a dashboard shows my current state. Okay, a dashboard shows my current state. No, just something. Just tell ChatGPT to, create a PRD for you. PRD is product requirement document. Okay, so once I send this, it's going to create a product requirement document, and all I need to do is, okay, while ChatGPT is creating the product requirement document, I'm going to open a new tab and search GitHub. Or if you have a GitHub account, just open GitHub. Okay, this is my GitHub account. Just sign in on GitHub. Okay, if you don't have a GitHub account, just sign up. All right, sign up. And yeah, so I'm also, as ChatGPT is working, okay, as ChatGPT is working, I'm also going to, where is it? So as ChatGPT is working, so here it is. So as ChatGPT is working, I'll open a new tab and search Lovable, 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 Lovable. All right. So search Lovable. Okay. Search Lovable. Lovable. All right. So you search Lovable, it should bring you to something like this, where you see this logo, this red heart logo. You click on Lovable, and it should take you to this dashboard if you already have an account. If you don't have an account, it's super easy to sign up. Just sign up. It's like opening a Facebook page. Just click on sign up and you are good to go. How do you fill out the attendance form? Okay, there is the attendance form in the chat box, so posted by Deborah Noah. That's one of my team members. So do well to click on the link in the message she sent, and that will help you fill out the attendance form. Okay, just so you know, for those who fill out the attendance form, those are the ones that would get the recording of the session, my slides, and any other material that I'll be displaying in tonight's session. Okay, so once you fill out the attendance form, ensure to type done in the chat, and ensure to type it done in the chat. Ensure to type done in the chat. All right. So while you're doing so, I am here in Lovable. So all I want to do is to provide that PRD that ChatGPT created. I'll just copy and paste it here. It's as simple as that. So I'm going to come back to ChatGPT, copy the PRD. All right. I'll just copy it. All right. I'll just copy the PRD, copy, and yeah, I'll just come here and paste. Simple. Just paste it. You can see even this one looks like ChatGPT, if not for the color in the background. Okay, so I'll just paste it and wait. That is all. Paste and wait. Okay, but while you are waiting, Lovable is going to ask you some questions so that you can understand what you want to build. Okay, so you can understand what you want to build, gives you a little bit of control over the outcome of the app. Okay, so it's going to ask me some questions. You can see now it's asking me, it said, how should authentication work? Okay, and do you need user profile data beyond email? Okay, so I'm just going to say email, password, email and password only, no profile table. Okay, this is the simplest. So I'll select that. All right. So it says, what default currency should be the app use? So what default currency should it use? I'll click on Nigerian Naira. So it's asking me what color palette do I want. So I can pick from this color palette, or I research I can get a color palette online, okay, and paste mine here. Okay, so it wants to give as much control as it can give you so that you get to choose the outcome. So what you get at the end, okay, is something you would have also built if you were to code it yourself. So, but I'll just go with this. All right. So it's asking what pick your typography pair. Okay, what's a typography pair? Again, I can I can determine mine, but I'll just pick title Sora. Okay, then it asks me to review my answers. I'll just click on submit. Okay, now it will go on to continue. It will process the answer that I gave it, and it will go on to continue building. Now it is enabling cloud, okay, because it has to create a storage that it can store people's details after login. So your email and password I used to sign in, will be stored there in encryption. So it's enabling cloud authentication scope design. You can see it's working. Setting up authentication scope and structure so that when you sign in, it will send an authentication to your email, you authenticate, and then it goes on from there. Oh my god. All right, so give me a second. Can you still see my screen? I doubt if you can. If you can't, let me know. Okay, so let me share back. Okay, so you should be able to see my screen right about now. Okay. Yeah, you should be able to see my screen now. Just hold on a second. Okay, just hold on a second. You will be able to see my screen. You still can't see it. All right. Where do you need to input? A tile. The attendance is in the chat box. Okay. You would see a message from one of my colleagues. So all you need to do is to fill out the attendance form and you will be good to go. All right, so you should see my screen now. Okay. You should see my screen now. Let me know if you can see my screen now. Should be able to see my screen now. Okay, so Lovable is still building, drafting Emerald UI scaffolding updates. So running command, implementing currency, and so on. All right. Still building, it's still building. Okay. If you're unable to see my screen, it's likely your network, or some people have confirmed. Please, if you can see my screen, kindly type it in the chat so that those who are typing, they can't see my screen, can see that you can now see my screen. Please type it in the chat, not thumbs up, type it in the chat so that people can see that you can see my screen. All right. So a little blurry. Okay, maybe you want to check your network. All right. So I can see your screen. All right, Obina, thank you very much. Finalizing login flow visuals. Okay, so we just need to wait. Okay, we can go grab a cup of coffee. I could go prepare hot tea, while the AI is building. Okay, but let's just stay close just in case it needs our input so we can make the input and not delay its work. Okay, how do you go about the back end? Well, the back end is what it's going to handle everything, front end, back end. And all you need to do is to push to GitHub. And anytime you make a change here, it will reflect on GitHub. Okay. And from GitHub, you can also push to what's it called? Vercel, if you want to host it for free. Okay. Just before you start getting paid customers on your app. Okay. So finalizing login flow, running commands, we just need to wait. All right. We just need to wait. How do you push to GitHub? Don't worry. I'll show you how to do that. Okay. It's a click of a button as long as you have a GitHub account. Like I said, maybe you joined late. All right. So this is my GitHub account. So I've already opened my GitHub account down. All right. So just log in into your GitHub and wait. Okay. Let's come back to Lovable. Where was I? I think this is it. Okay, so yeah, so this is it. All right, this is it. Okay, Divine, you're asking insider questions. All right, what is GitHub? Okay, so the question Divine was asking, okay, that is the answer you are asking also, Melvis. All right, so you will know when you build in Lovable, people are not going to use it in Lovable. Okay, so they need to use it either on App Store, Play Store, or as an APK file, or as a website. So for you to take it there, you have to go through GitHub. Okay, from GitHub you then host. All right, from GitHub you then host what you built, but you need to build first. Okay, you need to build it first. All right, Taiwo, I'll share the prompt as part of my slide. So fill out the attendance form. I'll share the prompt. You can build on your own later on. All right. So can you see what's going on my screen though? So this is the preview of the personal budget app. Okay, this is the preview. So I'm just gonna wait a while. Okay, so I'm just going to wait a while and so that you can appreciate what we've built. Okay, so if you've not filled out the attendance form, you better fill it out now because if you don't, you won't be able to access anything. So it said your smart monthly budget tracker is live. Sign up, set up your income, then start logging expenses to see dashboard come alive. Okay, so I'm just going to test it. All right, I would close this sidebar so that it can fill up my screen. And mind you, anytime you build anything on Lovable, it automatically optimizes it for laptop, which is the view we are currently in. It's also optimized for a tab. So this is a tablet. This is going to show on a tablet, and it optimizes for a phone. This is how it's going to show on your phone. Okay, so it automatically optimizes it right now. Okay. Okay, so I'll leave questions till the end. Except if you want us to sleep here, then I'll take questions. All right. So I'll leave questions till the end. So hang tight. You would ask your questions and then I'll answer it. Let's focus on getting this over with first off. So I'll just click on sign in. Okay, I don't have an account, so I can't possibly sign in. So I'll click on sign up. Okay, I'm just going to click on sign up. Close that. I'll click on sign up. Okay, so I'll say so let's sign up. All right, so let's test it. Let's test it out. All right, then I'm gonna create a password. Okay, create account. So account created, welcome. Okay, so it's loading. So let's see. All right, so account created. I've been able to log in. So this is my dashboard. As you can see, May 2026, your monthly budget, add an expense, set income. It said set your monthly income to get started. So everything is reading zero now until I set up my income. So can you see all the categories? Everything is there. You know, all I need to do is to set it up. So let's set it up. Okay, so I can also set up income. Okay, I can also set up income. Trust, you joined my session late. Okay, you joined my session late. User details are going to go to cloud. Okay, there's a cloud storage that is set up by Lovable. All right, and you can change the storage if you want. Okay, so you joined late. That is a classic question of somebody who joined late. So fill out the attendance form. Okay, so that you get your recording and you can follow up back with what you missed. All right, so let's click on set income. Okay, so I'm just gonna set, just put something random. So let's set up income, save income. Okay, so income saved. So let's go back to dashboard. Now you see the income updated. Okay, so all I need to do now is, okay, these are categories. All right, if I click on categories, it will show me the different categories. Okay, so these are the different categories, and I can edit the monthly limits. Okay, for each category: education, entertainment. I can edit it if I want. Okay, I can use this to increase it. Okay, maybe increase it to like 300. Let's start 300,000. Okay, save. So I'll just edit a few of them, not all. So for food is very important. Let's put 500,000. Okay, so you can set up the rest, you know, and if you want to create a new category, you can create new category. If you want to delete some categories, you can delete some categories. But for now, I just leave them. So I can go back to the dashboard, okay, and I can start logging in my expense. Click on add expense, and it should bring me to the page where I can add my expense. So add an expense. So how much did I spend? Say I went out today and I spent 50K on fuel. I'll pick the category transport. Okay, paid with transfer, save expense. So it saves the expense. Okay, it saved the expense. And if I go back to my dashboard, I should see that expense there. So total spent 50K, total remaining daily average. It's calculating my daily average. All right. So this is 3% of my budget used. Okay, 3% of my budget used. And I think I exceeded what is allocated to transport. So let's see categories. Let's go back to categories. Let me see what's allocated to transport. 40,000. So I spent above it, so it popped up a notification. Can you see? Budget alert. You have used 125% of your transport budget. So it's telling me I've spent more than what I allocated for transport. Let's put something for food. Let's put something for food. Let's add an expense for food. Let's say 250. All right, 50,000. Just put up for food. Where is it? So what you can do now is to listen and fill out the attendance form. Those are the two things you can do now. Okay, so let's say I paid transfer, save expense. All right, so go back to dashboard. You can see it updated. 300K spent, 15%. So everything starts to update. So no alert for food because I have not spent up to what I budgeted for food. Okay, and you can see the days of the month. So today, I mean on the 16th, I've spent 300k. So you can see a chart about what you have spent on a day to day, and you can see the category down here. Okay, so now to push to GitHub is very simple. All right, so you just click on GitHub. Okay, uh, got it. So I'll click here. All right, and you can see my GitHub account right there. So I'll just click on connect and it will move everything to GitHub. Okay, it will move everything to GitHub. So GitHub is meant for version. There's something called version control. Okay, version control is if I come back tomorrow and I ask Lovable AI that, oh, make changes to this app, make a dark background. I mean, make a dark mode for the app, and it makes that change. I don't need to do anything. That change will automatically go to GitHub. Okay, without me doing anything. Okay, without me doing anything. So I have moved it to GitHub. The next thing I need to do now is to find a way to host it for free. Okay, I can use Netlify or Vercel. All right, I can use Netlify or Vercel. So I'll just go to Vercel. Vercel is Vercel. Vercel. So open a Vercel account. It's free. It's for hosting. So you host what you built. All right, you host what you've built. So let's wait for this. Okay, so sign in with it. You are logged in as okay. So let me refresh. All right. So yeah, fantastic. So okay. So this is Vercel. Okay, so this is Vercel. And once you're here, these are some of my previous deployments. Okay, from GitHub. Okay, this is my previous deployment from GitHub. Okay, so this is it, and you can see they constantly update. All right, they constantly update. So I can just come back to project, click on add new, click on project, then yeah, you can see it will now go to, so Vercel will go to my GitHub account. My GitHub is already connected to Vercel. So it goes to my GitHub account and spots the project I just built. You can see that I just moved this one 2 minutes ago into my GitHub account. Can you see that? So that I just moved this project into my GitHub 2 minutes ago. All I need to do is to click on import and wait for it to deploy. Okay, import, click on deploy, that's all. Okay, no need to code anything, just click here, and you are doing what seasoned developers would do. All right, so now it's going to give me a Vercel link, okay, that I can now share with whomever, okay, for testing. Okay, so we can test it and so on. All right, so we'll just wait. Deployment started 23 seconds ago. Okay, so let's wait for it. Let's wait for it. Trust, it's not my screen that is not showing, it's your network. Okay, please, if you can see my screen, type I can see your screen. Okay, I can see your screen. All right, so I'll click on continue to dashboard. Okay, continue to dashboard, and yeah, continue to dashboard. Okay, let me see smart budget. Is this the correct? Let me see. All right. So let's go back here for a while. Okay, so projects. Let's go back. Okay, so but that's simply how you take your work to GitHub. So the way it is now, once you once you make any change to it, it goes over to GitHub. All right. And I can also publish here in Lovable. Okay. By just clicking on publish, click on continue, click on continue. It's going to make it public. I'll just click continue, click publish, and it's also going to publish it here. All right. So, but the idea of deploying it on Vercel is to take the Lovable, it's going to take out the Lovable watermark from it, and you can actually ship it to. So you don't want to, if you don't want to make it obvious that you use Lovable to build, your app. Okay, so that is the idea of Vercel. Okay, then you can also buy a domain. All right, you can buy a domain if you want to. So maybe you want to name it, for example, what's the name of this app? Smart Monthly. So www.smartmonthly.com. I can buy that domain if it's available. I can buy from GoDaddy, you can buy from so many hosting platforms, and you own that website. Okay, so I can click on view app, I can share. All right, you can see, so this is how the app would look like, and people can actually use. Okay, so in a space of how many minutes? Less than 30 minutes. We're able to move from idea to a working prototype. So I can take this to a pitch event and show exactly how my app is working and get investors to invest. Okay, no users, nothing, just a working prototype. I can walk into an actual pitch event and pitch this particular app. Okay, so people are doing this already. All right, people are building stuff. They're building stuff. They're showcasing their skills, and so many people don't even know their way around it. And did I show you any code? Did you see any code from when I started to the point where I tested the app? Did you see any code? Of course, you didn't see any code, but the code exists. All right, the codes actually exist. I'm not going to bother you about where the code is because you don't need it. Okay, you don't actually need it. All right, so that is how you can start to give value to clients. Okay, that is how you can start to give value to clients. So that is a working prototype. That's an MVP. Okay, that's version 1. You get paid for that. Okay, and you decide how much you get paid. Okay, you get paid for that. Then you move to version 2. You create a PRD for version 2, and you paste it. You edit that particular project in Lovable, and the updates just keep going to wherever the app is located, whether it's on Vercel or your own paid hosting platform, your paid domain, right? It goes there. Okay, and from there, you can call yourself a founder if you are the owner, or if you built it for a client. I mean, just collect your money and go home. Okay, take your money and go home. It's as simple as that. Okay, because the case study we looked at is we built this for a client who needs to go and pitch at a pitch event tomorrow. Okay, they need something to go and pitch tomorrow, and we built it fast. Okay, we built it very fast. So from idea, we moved to building. So now think of because I mean, Lovable is not the only app out there, the only AI out there. You have Replit, you have Anti-Gravity, you have Google Flow, you have Stitch. Okay, where for Stitch, you can use it to do proper front end. All right, so you design your front end from scratch, and then you move to back end on anti-gravity. Set up your databases with Supabase and all of that. If you can, there you can spend like 3 weeks building something. Okay, so there are so many, Sally. Okay, Cloud Code is there, Codex is there. I did not mention Codex. Okay, Codex is there, especially for Mac users if you want to use Codex. All right. Even so there are so many. Okay, I won't mention everything here. All right. So the information is all over the internet. But the idea is not how many tools you can use, it is which ones you can use very well. Okay, which one you can use very well. You can replicate it, it's code. Okay, what you saw is a code, right? So, and code is code regardless of who wrote it or what wrote it. So can you replicate it? Capital yes. If there's anything bigger than that, that's your answer, Sally. All right. So let's get into the real thing. Okay. So from if you came late and you did not fill the attendance form, you're not getting the recording. Okay, I can assure you that. So if you want to get the recording or my slides, anything that I used, and you want to replicate what I did, just ensure you click on the attendance link in the chat and fill it out and type done. Okay, so that way you get it via email. All right, you can't do it. Okay, I'm so sorry about that, wise boy. All right, so sorry. You won't be getting the recording, sadly. All right. So whether you're a stay-at-home mom or you're a fresh graduate or you're just hustling, you're a teacher, a lawyer, or whatever it is that you are currently doing, you can transition into AI career paths. Now, AI software development is just one of the numerous career paths that you can actually transition into. That's just one. You also have AI video creation. If you follow our page, you would see so many AI videos, videos that are being created. Fantastic videos that you can use to engage people on the internet. Just type Analytics Business. Go to Instagram. Okay, go to our Instagram page, our YouTube page. You get to see all of this amazing stuff on there. Okay, so that's for AI video creation. You still have AI automation. This is beyond AI software development that we just did. To choose my country is not working. Okay, so if you read, so wise boy, if you read the message where you have the attendance link, okay, there is a clear message on what to do if you are having issues. So just continue reading. All right, the message where you found the attendance form, you see the solution to your problem. Once you do that, you should have a problem solved. Okay, so I'll be counting on you to read the message after the attendance link. All right, so yeah, regardless of what you're currently doing, you can actually transition. Okay, and it's not vague. People have actually moved to AI roles. This guy, in fact, I need to update this slide. This guy you are seeing attended our 2-month program. Currently, he's an AI founder. He's a founder as we speak. So he founded his own AI agency, and this guy is doing very well for himself. Okay, from a 2-month course to a founder. What a leap. Okay, this guy moved from an IT trainee to becoming an AI automation engineer. Pavel moved from being a teacher to tech. Okay, Bukola had no tech experience, and now she currently works as a tech professional. And works remotely for a company in Germany as a data scientist. Okay, Judith moved from being a carer after she traveled out, and she was able to move into tech. So this is not, a course where, I mean, most courses out there, they issue you a certificate and that's it. You have to fend for yourself from there. You're on your own. They give you a certificate. You learn something you never known before. They give you a certificate. I mean, for what you've learned tonight, I could just issue you a certificate and you'll be flaunting it up and down. But what's that going to do for you? You're on your own, but you don't realize it. Okay. So, but what we do here at Analytics Business is far beyond just a certificate. We have a proper, you once you start, you immediately start with mentorship. So we need to mentor you. You need to be in the right frame of mind. Okay, we don't exclude your state of mind in your journey. It's not just about learning the technical stuff. What should you be doing? What mindset should you have? Okay, then you'll also go through an 8 weeks um, live training. More detailed than this is usually a 3 hour class. So what I instead of spending 30 minutes to do what I did today, so I would ensure that you are able to build it live in the class as well. Okay, for 3 hours. So everybody has time, ample time to ask questions and all of that. We have mentorship sessions, okay, every Thursdays to guide you on what you need to be doing. All right. You have Capstone Hackathon, which wraps up your 8 weeks training. You also have CV review and revamp. So, how should your CV look like, especially if you want to be applying to jobs? Okay. You also have LinkedIn optimization. You can check out my LinkedIn page. Just type my name, Mohammed Suleiman, the way it is below my video, and you'll be able to see exactly what I have been up to. You see so many posts, AI videos, AI apps, so much more. All right. So that is how your LinkedIn should also look like if you want to attract opportunities. And for those of you who want to do freelancing, Upwork is there. Okay. So many people have Upwork accounts, but no strategy. They treat Upwork as if it is LinkedIn and you're expecting to get a job. It's never going to work. Okay. So you need to know the format for Upwork to be able to succeed in Upwork. Then when you get any interview, we prepare you ahead of that interview. And the good thing is, if you want to fill out the attendance form, Debbie kindly provide the attendance form so that people asking can fill it out. All right. So one of my team members is going to. All right. So how to connect to my computer? What do you mean how to connect to your computer? All right. So how do you connect to your computer? I don't understand. It's a vague question. Maybe you want to be specific so that I can help you out. Okay. How do you connect to your computer? You can just boot it up and just so I mean Fadima, what you need to do now is to fill out the attendance form. That is what you need to do right now. Okay. After that, any other question is secondary. How do you connect to this? How do you connect to that? That's secondary. If you don't fill out the attendance form, we might never meet again. Okay, so fill out the attendance form, you get the recording, you get all the things you need, and you can build on your own. So I was talking about the interview prep. So when you get an interview, you have the liberty to reach out to us, and we would provide an interview preparation for you. Okay, you get an interview preparation, and you get this even after a program has ended. So when other training firms leave you to figure things out, we are still available to help you prepare for an interview after 8 weeks of your program. Okay, so you still get this. It's a lifelong service that we're willing to offer to you. All right. You also have job reference letters. Okay. I think it was either yesterday. I think yesterday I issued a fantastic job reference letter to one of our participants. She completed her training. I think that was April or thereabout. Okay. And she was still able to get the reference without any extra uh, payment. All right. Now, even when you've gotten a job, we're still willing to support you if you need that support, because we've discovered from experience that because you are getting into a new terrain, you may, even if you know it, you may be unsure, and you just need somebody to confirm the things that you're doing so that you can hit the ground running. So we make ourselves available to ensure that you get this offering. Tuesdays during the training, you get what we call support session. It's just a session during the evenings and Tuesdays where you come in to ask questions. Think of it like an extracurricular uh, activity, okay, where you just ask questions and all of that, discuss with your facilitator based on what you've done so far, all of that. Then also get access to the alumni community, okay, and so that you can continue to see opportunities, and then you have you get the ACTD and CPD accreditation on your certificate. Okay, this makes your certificate internationally recognized. Okay, so you have every ingredient. If you don't know what the ACTD is the American Council of Training and Development. CPD is the Continuous Professional Development. You can look them up yourself online. Just search them. Okay, search how prestigious are these certifications, okay, or are these accreditations if I have them in my certificate. Just ask Google, and Google will tell you the rest. Okay, so the sad thing about all of the things that I've said is that it's not going to fall on your laps. Okay, these opportunities only exist for people who are ready to take action. All right, people who are ready to take action. So I've been speaking with everybody before, but now just a few set of people are the ones that I want to speak to, that are ready to actually take action, they're ready to start learning now and behind you, um, put behind you, the current, your current situation. Okay, so you can actually start today. You sign up. So you sign up. Once you sign up, you gain access to your learner's dashboard. Okay. Let me see if I can show you what a learner's dashboard looks like. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Okay, not that. Where is your learner's dashboard? Just a sec. Okay, so let me see if I can show you what your learner's dashboard look like. Okay, so this is what your dashboard would look like. Let me go to the dashboard. So once you've signed up, this is what your dashboard is going to look like. Okay, you see your program. You can go to Classroom to view stuff. You can look at lesson videos, and all of that. So you can look at lesson videos. Just select the course that you want, and I beg your pardon. You can move to your lesson videos. So it's a highly interactive dashboard, and it's going to support your learning. So once you're able to register, you gain access to that dashboard, and even before your live class starts, you can start with the available videos on there. Okay, introduction to get you up to speed. All right, before you start coming in contact with your facilitator. Okay, for you to gain access to all these beautiful things that we've talked about. Okay, right now there is only space for 5 people. Okay, there's only space for 5 people for the offer I'm going to present to you tonight. Okay, so right now it is coming at a whooping discount. Okay, you are not paying 980K, you are not paying 250K, which is the ideal normal price that you'd be paying. If you are not among the 5 people tonight, but if you want to be among the 5 people to enjoy the discount, okay, and get their journey started, you can either pay 150K split it into 3, so pay 50 now and balance up later, or if you want the outright one-time payment, you get a further discount, 120,000 naira. Okay, so how do you make payments? All you need to do is to visit our website. I'm going to put the link in the chat. I'm going to put the link in the chat. You visit our website, sign up, and get started. It's as simple as ABC. So that's the link. If you click on that, because I have already signed in, I can see dashboard here. All right. So, but when you click on that, all you need to do is to click on view programs. It's going to take you to where the programs are. So there are different programs. So you can choose what you want to learn. If you're confused on what to choose, okay, you can choose any and change it back later. Okay, just for you to be among the first 5 to secure the spot. You can choose any, speak to us, and then we can change that back later. So I'm just going to pick one to show you exactly how it works, okay? To show you exactly how it works. So just give me a second. All right. So, okay, sorry about that. So once you click on view programs, you select, you select the program of your choice, click on enroll now. Okay, click on enroll now. Once you click on enroll now, it's gonna ask you to create your account. Okay, just enter your credentials, create your account, and then you see this page, and all you need to do is to scroll to choose your payment plan. Once you've done that, you'll be required to choose your cohort. So you can start you can choose either the May or June cohort. So I'll go for June. Okay. And you can choose whether you want the full payment or the 3 installments. You'll need to click on one of them. Once you're done, you click pay and you will be redirected to your checkout page. And here, all you need to do is to make a transfer to your unique account detail. You have a Providence Bank account detail um, that will be generated for you. Once you make the payment, this page automatically redirects you to your learner's dashboard. Okay, it redirects you to your learner's dashboard and you can get started. Okay, once you are done securing your spot, you need to also, for confirmation, you need to send a DM to me 0703 703 2116. I'll confirm, and if you need any help, anything at all, we can start this course from there. Okay, so that's the number 0703 703 2116. I repeat 0703 703 2116. So any questions now? I'll take questions. So if you want to ask questions, you can raise your hand. I can see Frank's hand is already raised. But Frank, I think I answered your question. Is there any question you have that I've not answered? If so, you can keep your hand up. I'll allow you on mute. If not, you can drop your hand. Okay. So if you have any questions for me, you can raise your hand. All right. So only if I call your name, you should unmute, please. Only if I call your name, you should unmute. All right. Okay. So Fatima, you're the first person. So go ahead and ask your question.
Hi there.
I'm very well. How are you doing too?
Okay. My question is, do you teach a beginner? Because I don't know nothing about AI. I'm just learning from YouTube. Do you teach for beginner or you have to know AI before?
Okay, so the program is meant for beginners. I don't. If you come and tell me you already know AI, then I'll ask you, what else are you looking for? All right, so I'm going to ask you, what are you looking for? Okay, so the program is specifically for beginners that have no experience. Okay,
Okay.
so that answers the question.
All right. Thank you.
All right, that's fine. So, have you secured your spot, or what's the situation with you?
Yes, I'm trying to secure a spot, but I have to ask you a question first.
All right,
If
that
he has to, it depends. Is somebody who know the AI before, or is
okay.
for beginner also?
Okay, so it's meant for beginners. I specifically, if you come and you tell me, I already know how to build apps, and I'll ask you, what else are you looking for? Okay,
Like,
you don't need
oh,
the
okay,
pro. Yes,
okay, okay. Thank you.
yeah, that's fine. Okay, so Emmanuel Elaho, question.
Yeah, good evening, Mohammed.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, quick one. As regard the instrumental payment, if one makes 50,000, maybe I don't know if you made comment around that, but if one make
Okay.
50,000 payment today,
Yes.
how soon we want to have access to that privilege? Like, is it a learner page or something? That's one. Then number two, you did mention numbers 070. I wouldn't if you can call it again. So those are the two stuff I want. Thank you.
Okay. All right. So once you make the first installment, you start having you get access to the dashboard immediately. All right. The number is 0703 703 again, and then 2116. 0703 703 again, then 2116. Fatima, please don't forget to also send me a DM. Very important for confirmation and any other discussions. All right. So I hope I answered the question, Emmanuel. All right. So I'm guessing I answered the question. GH Cats. GH Cats. Do you deal in all these heavy duty cats? Heavy duty cats? Is that what? Oh, okay. Okay, I can see a cat. I can see a cat DP. So probably I don't know. You're a cat fan.
Yeah, I'm a cat fan.
Yeah, fantastic. Fantastic.
My,
All right, so you have
my,
the floor.
okay, my issue is like I'm from Ghana, and the
Okay.
payment system you
Yeah.
can see only in Naira. And so I wanted to
Mhm.
find out about those of us who are outside Nigeria.
Okay. So there is provision for Ghanaian payment. I'm not sure. Are you looking at did you click the link that I sent? The one I sent?
Yes, like
Let me okay. So what you do here is you can just send me a DM. Do you get my phone line?
uh,
Let me call it
not
for you. Okay, let me type it in the
okay,
chat. Let me type it in the chat.
okay,
So you can just send me WhatsApp DM and we'll take it up from there. Okay. So
okay,
yeah, so you don't miss out. So that's it. I've dropped it in the chat box.
okay. Thank you.
Yeah, it's a pleasure. All right. Who else? Who else? Who else? Victor. So after Victor, we'll call it a night and we can go to sleep. Okay, Victor, you have the floor. All right, so Victor is not saying anything, so I would draw the curtain now. Okay, so for those of you who have secured your spot, congratulations. So Fadima Emmanuel, ensure to send me a DM ASAP so that I can personally confirm your registration and put you through all the things you need to know ahead of time. And yeah, you can start your journey immediately. Okay, Victor, are you are you ready to speak now? Can you speak
Yeah,
now?
I'm with you. I'm with you. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. How are you doing?
I'm fine. I'm trying to know if it's possible to have a personal one-on-one class instead of always having a meeting together like this, based on my schedule time for my business in order
Okay.
to make it easy for me.
All right. Yes, we have provision for one-on-one, but it's highly exclusive. Highly exclusive. If you still want to continue with that conversation and find out more, you can send me a DM. Okay, and then we can discuss that. All right.
Okay?
Yeah. So, did you get my phone number?
Yeah, very well. I got it.
All right. So just shoot me a DM. Just say, "Oh, it's Victor. I'm the one for the one-on-one," and then we can discuss that. All right.
Okay.
All
All
right.
right.
You said
Thank
it.
you.
All right. Okay. So I think you're clear on that then.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So that would be it. So thank you very much. I really enjoyed the session. For those of you who have secured a spot, congratulations. Do well to send me a DM ASAP. Okay, so that we can proceed from there. Cheers, guys. Have a wonderful night rest. I'll see you on the inside.